What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in the video on the channel. And today we went to Pizza Hut. Why am I saying that? I always say it. There's a freaking logo staring you in the face. Yes, Pizza Hut, because they also, I went to Papa John's yesterday because they dropped something new. They dropped a Philly cheesesteak pizza as well as a Philly cheesesteak melt. So we did get them both so I can try them and make sure, or not necessarily make sure, but give you my take on it in case you are interested. As always, anything that is new, we will stop what we are doing and we will go to review. Even if that means I gotta eat chain pizza 2 days in a row. It is what it is. Drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes. I do this for you guys also because, well, I get to try food. It's really not that much like a bad deal out of it. So let's look into these two. Let's start with this Pizza Hut Philly cheesesteak pizza. I got the pan. It looks alright. Okay, so let's break it down. The Philly cheesesteak pizza, you can get it in any type, so you can get thin crust, the regular hand toss, as well as the pan pizza. I did the pan because that's my favorite thing to get at Pizza Hut. So it comes with, these steak pieces are actually like thicker than the other ones that I remember. So it looks like a bigger pieces of meat on here. It has a garlic parm sauce as well as the green peppers and the onion. So we will see what's going on with that. And then we also have the melt, which is just like the folded pizza version of a normal Pizza Hut pizza, but I wanted to try them both. This one costs $6.99 and the cheesesteak pizza and a medium costs $13.99, which isn't the best value in my opinion. I don't really know why they charge you this much for an extra topping when you can get that $6.99 pan pizza. I'm a big, you'll hear me saying that every time I do these franchise pizzas. I'll be honest with you as far as this goes. I will always review things, but I'm going to keep it as honest as possible. I think these places are tone deaf when it comes to what people might want. You can get two medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 a piece, but this costs $13 because you added one more topping. I just think it's stupid, but they're going to do what they got to do, and we're going to review what we got to review. So it came with the regular marinara dipping sauce, and I guess we will start with the pizza and see what's going on. The employee at Pizza Hut, the one who was actually making a pizza, she was angry. I don't know what her problem was, but the dude in the front kept asking her questions, and she was yelling at him left and right. My man looks really sad. So if you are watching this, this is for you, man. The pizza is the cheesesteak pan pizza. It looks pretty pale. I feel like people were already making this variation because the only thing that's different is the steak that's on here. So that's really what we're judging. Garlic parm sauce already came with Pizza Hut pizza, pan pizza, peppers, onions. So I want to see what this steak looks like. Like I said before, it does look like it has like a thicker cut of than like a shaved Philly cheesesteak, which is what you usually get. Yeah, it's pretty flavorless. When you mix it all together, it isn't the worst, but it isn't the best. Do I think this is something that you have to go out of your way to get? You can tell my reaction. No. Do I think this is something that if you tried it and you like the cheesesteak pizza from different places, you'll like it? Yeah. But not for $14. Now, I don't know if you can use this as a topping in general. Let me check something real quick. I just checked the app to see if you could do it. You can't. I was going to see if you could actually make this on your create your own, but they don't offer this unless you order the cheesesteak. Is this cheesesteak worth getting something where you could get something similar for $14? No. I would just do something like, okay, let me give you what I would do instead. If I was ordering this pizza, I would get the $6.99 deal. So you get two pizzas because you have to eat at least two things. So you get two pizzas for $6.99 a piece, so it comes out to $14. I would just get the garlic parm crust, you can create your own, and just get whatever meat, so like sausage or pepperoni or whatever, and just get the peppers, and it would be pretty similar. Like maybe do ground beef, because that's one of the options, so ground beef with peppers, with the garlic parm, and you can get two of these for the price of one. I'm big when it comes to these franchise pizza places on like price per performance ratio, and I just don't feel like this has it. This is not a $14 pizza, you tripping. I'm just being honest about that. But if I was rating this out of 10, it's upper mid. It's not really not great, but it's not that I dislike it. I just feel like there's just better things that I could do at Pizza Hut. So I franchise chain pizza wise, I would still give this like a 5.5 out of 10. Upper mid, not that great. But we can also see if this works well in the melt, which is just a folded over piece of pizza dough, which they stuff with things that cannot be the pizzone. We might have a rant on our hands. Every once in a while you gotta do it. People think I'm complaining, but these companies watch these videos, man, so I think they should know kind of what people are thinking when it comes to this, and I do talk to a lot of people about this kind of stuff. But here we go. Let's see if it works better in the melt. The melt has that like Parmesan topping, which I do like in Pizza Hut pizza, and the same toppings that go on here, but it could be a little bit more cheesier and things like that, but it's not a pizzone. All right, let's dip this in the marinara that it comes with. This is even worse. And I'm going to tell you why. When they put the steak isn't the bad part, but when they put the peppers and onions in here, because of how fast it cooks, it's damn near raw on the inside. I don't know if y'all can get in here, but this is ass. I'm going to be honest about this. Like, I don't ever mince words when it comes to things that I think are just lackluster, and it doesn't work in here because of how raw everything is. It just doesn't really come out the way that it should. This is much better because everything is more cooked. But if you left this in any longer, it would probably be burned. And that was the same issue I had with the pizzone, believe it or not. When you got the Supreme, the inside stuff was like raw, and I never really enjoyed it at all. When it comes to this, I do like the outside on these melts, but again, I just don't think this is worth $7. When it comes to this one, raw, I would probably give this a 3. This is the worst melt that I've had from this place by far. If you're gonna get a melt, which is, again, I just feel like price to performance isn't there, I think you should stick with the other ones. Even like the Meat Lovers one, the pepperoni, any of them besides this one. Unless you like raw vegetables, I can show you multiple times. Like, this pepper is definitely raw. This onion is, you can see it all through here. They're all like, I'm not being dramatic or people think I'm complaining. I'm being honest. This isn't a complaint. This is honest opinions so that you don't run and waste your money on something similar to this. So this one gets a 3. I am not the biggest fan. As you can kind of see, I ate one slice of pizza and I took one bite of that. I keep calling it a pizzone because I'm used to calling it that. The melt. I just, again, I kind of touched on this yesterday, but I feel like a lot of these companies, like, for lack of better words, they're just tone deaf to what people go there for. You're not going here because you want the greatest pizza ever created. You're going here because it's a value for dollar type of thing. And a lot of times they push things on their agenda that just don't have a lot of value for money. I go to places like Pizza Hut, and most people that I talk to go to places like Pizza Hut and the other franchise pizza chains, Domino's, Papa John's, Little Caesars, because I want something quick, I want something that's not going to be hurting my budget, and I want something that is going to taste okay. Again, no one's expecting this to be the greatest pizza ever created, but one of the best things about it was you never had to spend a lot of money to get a pretty decent meal. They're just teetering on the line of this point that it's no longer doing that. I talked about it with fast food, and pizza chains are kind of pushing people towards the wrong agendas, in my opinion. I've always been a big proponent of the $6.99 menu because that's where the last value lies. If you think that this pizza costs $14 and is worth it, you are out of your mind if you work anywhere in Pizza Hut, for whether you're the person who came up with this concept or the person that's sitting in the boardroom thinking this is a great idea. This is not a $14 pizza. It just never has been and never will be. You can get a DiGiorno for the same freaking price as $6.98 or $8 or whatever it is. And that's more of your price point. That is what the appeal of these places are. But to tell someone, I almost feel like as a consumer, you guys and myself, it's almost insulting my intelligence to tell me that because I got some steak that, you know, like, let's be honest, you know this stuff ain't like they're shaving steak off in the back. This is from a bag, and we all know it is. No one cares because of what you pay for it. But to tell people that this is $14 worth of freaking steak instead of $8 or $6.99 on the 2 topping, like, when you come out with promotions like that, it just insults my intelligence. Pushing people towards these melts is a stupid idea. I always thought it was a stupid idea, and I've said it was a stupid idea the first time. This is $7. A medium 2-topping pizza is $6.99. Why would someone order this? But they keep putting things in melts. I applaud them for putting it on the pizza, but then charging people $14 and turning around and acting like this is double the price of it. We're not that dumb as people. So I just feel like a lot of these companies, these fast food places and so on, are losing touch with why people eat there. No one eats at these places because they think it's the best food in the world. It's, you know what, this is good for what it costs. We all know that. But no one wants to admit this stuff, and they keep trying to shove stuff down our throat. I will continue to review these things, but I am never going to lie when I feel like they're being ripoffs or they're not being honest and more forthright about this kind of stuff. So that is just my honest opinion. Anybody who wants to say I'm complaining, honestly, shut up. Because I'm not complaining. I'm telling the truth on behalf of people so that you don't have to waste your money on this type of stuff. It's not a complaint at all. You have watched me sit here and wax poetic about how great certain things from chains are, but when it's BS, I'm going to call it a spade, and this is BS. It is what it is. Pizza Hut, I know people watch these videos. Some of you have reached out to me in the past before. Some of you haven't even bothered to say it, but I know you watched it because you did comment on some of the stuff. So it is what it is, and it's not about my money. I don't care about the money. I do care about being honest with the consumer, which is the people that are watching this video that are interested in whether or not this is worth it. And I'm not going to tell you that it's worth it when it's not. So that's just me being real. You can do with that what you want to. If you like to try it for yourself, go on. If you're going to do it, I don't know if you got to tell them to put this in the oven even longer, but I don't want raw onions on a cheesesteak. I've had a billion cheesesteaks in real life and never once did it have raw onions or peppers on it. So you got to come up with better logistics for that. Again, push people towards the stuff that has better value. You go to these places, value menus, value things. That's what you want from places like this. I don't think everybody in the world agrees with me, but I know most of you do. Nobody goes to places like this because you're saying, oh yeah, nah, this is the greatest pizza I'll ever have. No, we never have and we never will. So to these companies that keep raising your prices and telling us that you're doing something for us when you're decreasing the quality of the food but raising the prices of it, stay in your lane. That's all I got to say for today, man. I kept it a full stack with y'all. I didn't touch this because I think it's butt cheeks. That is what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll tell everybody else to try it, but you know, it is what it is. We will be back tomorrow. We can go back to basics and back to the regular scheduled programming. But I love y'all. I say these stuff for y'all. I put my own neck in the line. Because you think Pizza Hut want to work with me after this? Nope. Don't care. I'm going to be honest with y'all always. I work with people who keep it real. And I'm going to keep it real with you guys. That is always what I will be. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.